So, hello guys, welcome back to this new session of the Metasploit framework. And this session's introduction is covered by me, and the further just further lectures will be proceed by the Mr. Shreyas. And because there was a course created just 2 years back by the Mr. Shreyas and me, and we had just go into just so much deep because this course was only related to the Metasploit framework, that is Metasploit framework basic to advanced. And this course that course is just included in this session of the Metasploit section, so it's beneficial for you. There will be more lectures on that, and it's very easy to understand. So I will just introduce you to the Metasploit framework in today's session. So, uh, what is Metasploit? Metasploit is a widely used penetration testing framework that helps security professionals to identify and exploit and validate the vulnerabilities in the systems. So today we will just deep dive into the Metasploit framework. So covering its history, architecture, and component and uses. Let's see. So there is the history of Metasploit. So Metasploit was created in 2003 by the SD Moore and as a portable network tool using a Perl, that's language. It was later written in the Ruby language and has grown into one of the most comprehensive tool for the penetration testing in 2009. So Metasploit was acquired by the Rapid7, which continues to maintain and develop the framework. There is the some we can say the latest version of Metasploit has multiple things like multiple tools, multiple functions. We will discuss that in the Metasploit's further sessions. So let's discuss about the architecture of Metasploit. So Metasploit architecture is a modular, allowing for a wide range of functionalities. It considers of several key components like core modules, libraries, and interfaces. Like, let's discuss the core. The core is provides the essential functions of the framework, such as the command interface, module management, and then the session handling. So let's discuss the modules. So these are the buildings of blocks of Metasploit, and like comprehensive or exploits like payloads, auxiliaries, and post exploitation modules and more. So let's discuss the libraries. That are the shared code that can be used by different module to perform common tasks such as encoding network and just interaction with the target. And the interfaces, like Metasploit offers various interfaces including the command line interface like MSF console, and the web interface like Armitage, and the API for integration with the other tools. So there are some components of Metasploits. So we will discuss the step by step. The first step, the first component, that is exploits. So exploits are the scripts or programs that take the advantage of vulnerabilities in software to gain control over the target system. Like Metasploit has a vast repository of pre-building exploits for different platforms and applications. So the second component, that is payload. So payload are the code that runs on the target system after a successful exploit. So they can perform various actions such as opening a shell, adding a user, or establishing a metaploiter session. And there are some types of payloads include like singles, like self-contained payloads that perform the single action. Stages, that are the payloads that set up connection between the attacker and the target. And the stages, that are the payload that executes after the stager to perform more complex tasks. So other component, that is auxiliary modules. So these are the modules that is used for performing tasks that do not occur exploitation, such as scanning, fuzzing, and service enumeration. So the other component, that is post exploitation module. Once a system is compromised, or post exploitation module helps the gather information, like escalate the privileges and maintain the access. This module can dump the passwords, capture the keystrokes, and more. Like you can see the in the movies, like if a XYZ person is just typing a password in the his mobile or laptop, and the same happens in the victims or like attackers laptop, like uh, the victim is just typing into his device, and just attacker's laptop has been automatically typed. So that's the like post exploitation modules. We will just see that. So the another component, that is the uh, encoders. So encoders are used to obstruct the payload to where the detection by the security mechanism like antivirus softwares. So nowadays what happens, the antivirus software knows the Metasploit is the vulnerable software or vulnerable name. So if the we can say if the antivirus software detects the name like Metasploit, and like there are some names or keywords in the software code, if the antivirus software detects that particular keywords or the words in that code, and it seems like a malicious, so it just block it, or it just quarantine that software or that script or that payload. So we will also discuss how to just make the payload fully undetectable in the last lecture of this session. So that will be surely conducted by me. So this was the encoder. So just discuss the another and the last component, that is NOPs. So NOPs is known as no operation payloads, that are used to like pad the payload to ensure it fits the correctly in the memory, or often used to prevent buffer overflow exploits from crashing the systems. So that was the some components of the Metasploit. So let's discuss the usage of Metasploit. So Metasploit is used in various stages of penetration testing, including reconnaissance, exploitation, post-exploitation, and reporting. So we are just discussed the that is the process that is known as reconnaissance in the, I think, first lecture of our footprinting and reconnaissance session. So um, let's discuss the reconnaissance again here. So, in the Metasploit session. So what is the reconnaissance? Before launching an attack, it's crucial to gather some information about the target. Like Metasploit provides auxiliary module for scanning and enumeration, like port scanners. It identify the open ports on the target system, like service scanners that detects the service on running on the open ports, and vulnerability scanners that identifies known vulnerabilities in the services and the applications. So this was the first usage of Metasploit. So the another usage, that is exploitation. Once the target information has been gathered, the next step, that is exploitation. Using Metasploit, you can select an exploit that matches the target's vulnerability and configure it with the appropriate payload. So selecting an exploit, choose an exploit based on target's operating system and services versions. So configuring payloads, set the payload to define the action to be performed upon successful exploitation, and launching the exploit, like execute the exploit to gain the to the target system or the victim systems. So the next use is, that is the post exploitation. After the gaining access, and the post exploitation modules allows you to perform various tasks to further infrastructure of the target system, like gathering information, privilege escalation, maintaining access, and clearing tracks. So when you gather information, you collect the system information, user credential, and some network details. So that was the gathering information. So let's see the next step, that is the privilege escalation, that increases your access level to obtain some higher privileges for the uh, connection, and maintaining access, that ensures you have to continue access by creating a backdoor or adding user accounts in the system. And the last step, that is the clearing tracks, remove some evidences of the uh, uh, to just avoid the detection by the forensics, like forensic peoples. So clearing track is important for the hacking process. I don't remember does we discuss that in the footprinting or not. So let's take an example of footprinting. Like when there's let's assume that there's a house and rain outside, and there's like mud and that things like on the we can say the path. And when the intruder or the stealer comes or robber comes in the house, when he enters with their shoes, the we can see the some like footsteps or footprints there, and we can understand or we can know the where the theft or the thief has gone in the which room, and where what has been stolen. So this was just an example that how footprinting works. And like this, the digital forensic in the digital forensics, the there are some cyber forensics, or we can say there are some like particular jobs for forensics. So the people, they can just track your activity after the attack or after all the things you had just done, like forensics your hard disks or memory, and just knowing that what you had done on the system. So clearing the tracks is the most important thing. So we will discuss in the another of the session of digital forensics in this course. So let's discuss the another usage of Metasploit, that is the reporting. So Metasploit provides tool like for gathering reports that documents in the finding and action taken during the penetration testing. These reports are crucial for communicating the results to stakeholders and providing some recommendation for remediations. So also report the things what you have understand, like bugs and all the things, to make sure that they are updating it. So let's discuss about the Metasploit interfaces like MSF console, Armitage, MSF Venom, and Meterpreter. So the most popular and the most powerful command in the interface for the Metasploit, it provides a comprehensive set of commands for interacting with the framework, that is MSF console. For running the Metasploit or starting the Metasploit framework, the command is given, that is MSF console, that is Metasploit framework console. So Mr. Shreyas will just discuss that in the course. Let's talk about the other interface, that is Armitage. It is a graphical user interface for Metasploit that visualize the targets, exploits, and sessions, making it easier for the beginners to use. So so you can check the tools that I have provided you. Make sure that I have also provided a mix tools folder. If you have downloaded or not, I don't know. Just download it. Link is provided in the description, and in the group I have also sent that video. And just download all the tools and PDFs at a time. The like there are some other another PDFs like given separately on this particular video, so that is just for that particular video. So you can just download that or download at once, so there is no need to download that PDFs again and again. I'm just giving for the reference purpose only, so that's it. So if you have downloaded all the tools, you can check the folder of the tools, and just you can see the Metasploit tool for the Windows. You can just run the Metasploit tool while just turning off the antivirus software. It's not harmful, but as I had told you in a few minutes back, that the MSF console or some keywords like Metasploit are just blacklisted in the antivirus software's search engine, not the search engine, but there are some like key list or the code or command list that contains all the malicious code and the names and keywords of the blacklisted tools and the viruses. So it also contains the Metasploit, because Metasploit also creates some payloads and the backdoors, viruses, and so many things. So just turn off the antivirus software. It's not harmful, but if you are creating a payload like self destruction, or if we run the payload and it's destructing the PC by itself, then you should use the virtual computer or the PC which doesn't have any important data, so you can just reformat it or reinstall the operating system, so your PC is back to live. So that's it. So let's discuss the another interfaces, that is MSF Venom. So it's a standalone payload generator that encoder and the encoder that combines the functionalities of MSF payload and the MSF encode. So that is the command used to generally for generating some payload like MSF meterpreter. Sorry, MSF NM. Like there are some another commands in front of like meterpreter hyphen TCP, and then the IP of your, then the port of your, like L host and L port. Just you can see in the further lectures. I will not discuss that here because this is just for introduction lecture. So another one, that is meterpreter. It is a specialized payload that provides an interactive shell allowing the attackers to execute commands on the target system, like upload or download the files and more things. So the Metasploit framework is an essential tool for the penetration testing, providing a comprehensive set of features for exploiting the securing the systems by understanding its architecture and components and the usage. You can just effectively leverage the Metasploit in your security assessment, and always remember to use these tools are just for ethically usage and within the boundaries of the law. So one more thing, just when you are performing the attack or just performing the practical, make sure you are made a notebook or the file for it. You just write down the all the codes, commands, and the write the information below or above that. This command is for this purpose and that purpose. So in Metasploit it is so much we can say difficult to just remember the codes and that, because when I was learning the Metasploit that time, so I think I was in it, but at that time there was some small mistake like capital letters, small letters, MSF Venom, MSF Meterpreter, that spellings are just like can if you had typed that meterpreter like E is there and like R is there, changing of the allocation of E and R or anything else that doesn't you can just doesn't identify while in the first loop. So you have to just there's it's creating so much problem, as you can understand that problem. So just write it down, and that's it for today's lecture. So I hope you will understand in the further lecture or that course. So that's it, and thank you for watching.